I think that I probably picked up a golf club when I was about 4. I grew up the first 7 years of my life in a really small town, so we would have to go to the town over to find a golf course. So it was just kind of something fun that my dad would always take us out to do with my 2 other sisters. I just kind of liked being out in the open and kind of just learned to love the game and being with my family. But I think it was about 6 that I joked around and told my dad someday I was going to hit it farther than him, and he didn't believe me, so it was kind of a fun challenge that I had.
She was just with her sisters having fun, honestly. My husband had the idea, give them all different colored golf balls, so there were just golf balls flying everywhere. I thought the kids would never learn how to putt because by the time we got to the putting green, we had to pick up our golf balls because people were waiting on us because there was a lot going on. So, and they were learning and they were just having fun and it was just family time.
I was homeschooled my whole life, so I was used to being able to do school, go outside, take breaks, and so I think that golf is such a cool sport for me to be able to be outside all day during the daytime and then come home and do school later on. But I think at an early age, realized that I just had a love for the competitiveness of that golf kind of brought to my life. So I think that early on was something that drew me to the game, as well as it was something that my dad could teach me.
We didn't compete as a family, we were just having fun. But once that she got bit by that bug, I would just say that it motivated her in a different way than we thought would ever happen, I guess. That made her a better golfer. The fact that she loved competing, it didn't make her nervous, it didn't exhaust her of hours out there. It gave her more energy and more desire to, when's the next tournament? Where can we go next?
One of the defining moments, I would say, for my career as far as my confidence with the game probably had to do more with my first real big event I played in, and I didn't make the cut, and there were all the best juniors in the world. And I remember saying to my dad that I think I'm going to have to choose whether or not I'm just going to play Michigan tournaments for the rest of my life, or if I want to actually go to the next level and work hard and be able to play with the best in the world. I came back the next year and I won the whole tournament, so I think that was kind of the boost that I needed for my game to say, when you set your mind to something, you can do anything that you want. Well, my mom went to Michigan State, so I think that growing up, I kind of was always around the area and kind of had an early love for this area and just the campus and everything. And so I grew up always wearing Michigan State stuff no matter where I went.
I think I remember hearing about her when she was in 6th or 7th grade. But then, obviously we were watching the scores of all the GAM junior events and the things in our state, and, her name kept popping up, and then the scores that she was shooting for her age at, that level were really, really good. And so then it was in 8th grade that we really decided to have a meeting and set up a meeting with her and really talk about Michigan State.
It was such an honor that not only that she saw how much I wanted to play for her, but also that she believed in me as much as I believed in her and wanted me to play with her just as bad. I was just so excited and I couldn't wait to come to school, but I had 4 years left. So I had a whole high school career to go into and to grow, and so that was definitely something that was always in the back of my mind. As far as there was still things that I wanted to accomplish in high school, but yet I'd already made this huge commitment to Michigan State. Coming into my senior year, I was doing LCC classes and I was done with high school, and I told Coach, I'm like, whenever you're ready for me, I'm ready to come. I'm done school, I'm ready to go.
I think everything Ally's done has been kind of early. She was a superstar at a young age. She wanted to come, and I don't really think at that point there was any stopping her, and I didn't really feel like I needed to. I knew we would put her right in the lineup. I knew she would make an impact, and it was just how would the team, react to that. I had never done that before.
I'd never been on a team before, so it was a lot of adjusting, but I think that we all kind of got it together, and said, you know, it's time to do something awesome this spring. And so I think we just went right in and realized what we had to do, and winning the Big Ten championship was something that I will never forget. I just love playing golf, and I always say that I don't play it for the awards and for everything, but if you play good golf, you know, those kind of things are out of your control. And so being the Big Ten Freshman of the Year was another thing that I didn't even know existed, honestly. So I think just having that after one season was just another great blessing that kind of allowed me to prove to myself and to show the coaches that, you know, I was ready to be here and I'm ready to start on this 3.5 years of my career at MSU.
Back on 17, Allyson Geer trying to get it going back in the right direction. Geer has 122 from the second cut.
She's staring it down. And that's going to roll out. What a shot at this point in the team competition. Just sticks it on 17.
Those are just moments, again, that you just look back on and really soak it in, and they were so special just to share with the team as well, and to know that we were doing it back to back. Both of them were equally incredible, but I think the second one even had some more special meaning to all of us because we had seniors and we wanted to make the most out of that year.
The best players that we've ever had at Michigan State, to me, they all have a lot of things in common, but one thing is they have a switch that flips when they go out into the golf course. And, you know, no matter what's going on in the rest of their world, when they get onto the golf course, they're ready to play and they know why they're there. You know, they're there to win, they've trained to win.
Going into my junior year that summer, I played in the USAM for the first time, which was an incredible experience. And then last April, I had the opportunity to play in the inaugural Augusta National Women's Amateur event. Just being able to be asked to that was honestly just the most incredible thing. So let alone actually getting to go to Augusta National and to walk on the grounds. It was honestly a week that I will never forget. I don't think that there's many moments in life where you're aware of when the best thing that's ever happened to you is happening to you. And I think that when I walked onto the driving range with Coach and I saw the tears in her eyes and just realizing kind of what that moment was meaning for golf and for women and just being able to be a part of that, I was fully aware on the first tee box that it was really one of the most special things that I was going to have with me for forever.
It was just a historical event for women's golf, for Augusta finally to open its doors. You know, they only chose 72 players in the world. And to have a player from Michigan State University that was part of that first year is something that was just a tremendous experience and something that all Spartans should be very proud of, that, you know, we had a player there. I've watched her play in 3 LPGA tournaments, in Symetra tournaments, so her list of accomplishments and what she's had opportunities to do as a Spartan have truly been amazing. And, you know, to me, this is her senior year and there's only more to come.
Knowing that she doesn't just make rash decisions, she really thinks through things, prays through things, and decides maturely and wisely when she does make big decisions like marriage and coming to school early and committing at 14, just 15 years old.
It's just about making the most of every area that you are in your life. I think that we go through so many phases in life and we're in so many different situations when we're just kind of becoming who we're meant to be and just as we're growing up. And the thing I've always just done is try to always just stay true to who I am and allow myself to change and allow myself to evolve in however long that takes me or however short of time that takes me. I don't know, I never really sat back and said, you know, I'm gonna do things ahead of time. I'm gonna make people think that I'm crazy because, you know, I'm getting married at 19, or I left the day after I got married, never had a honeymoon and went to the USAM, like left my husband the next morning. And so I think the unconventional part of my life is just another part of what makes me uniquely who I am.